Day one, 1977 Ford F250, doing a total frame off restoration on it. Do a quick walk around to show you what it looked like coming in the door. We just literally pulled it in. Let's check it out. I have to get a new grill for it. The motor's awesome. Check that out, runs quiet. He is having a brand new motor built right now by a gentleman down in DeSoto, Wisconsin. And we're supposed to get it in about 3 weeks. We're going to try using the existing heating and air conditioning system. If we can adapt that bad boy over to a modern Freon, which I'm sure we can. A little bit of rust here and there. A little bit of filler. So what's underneath it is what's going to be the moment. This one has a cool accessory box. We do have a new door for the driver's side. The box has rust, but it is not too terribly beat up and dented up. And then on the interior, a couple parts missing that we will have to find and replace. But we're staying with the stock bench seat. This has kind of a cool wood headliner in it that somebody put in. Anyway, that's a 1977 F250. We're doing that for Cal down in DeSoto, Wisconsin. It's going to look great when it's done. Right now, it blends in with the rest, but for a Midwest vehicle, today, and the first day that I looked at it, it looked decent. Doesn't look like it's full of rust. We'll see what happens when we get it naked. Day 2, 1977 Ford F250. As you can hear, they're stripping off the paint on the inside. It is a very loud and dusty process. We decided to do this for a preliminary, and then we're going to take it to the Media Blaster because Media Blaster can't get us in for a week, so we thought we'd get all the paint off. He will get the rust off and other items that need to come off. But this is just a quick strip. Take a look. Got to put a mask on, it's very dusty in there. Anyway, there you have it. Coming out pretty good. There are some spots, there's rust, a lot of Bondo, not like deep, but for glazing, just like what we would do to restore it. Little tiny waves, you gotta put glaze over it so you can have a smooth like glass product. Coming along great. Cal, you're gonna be happy. Day 2. Stay tuned for more action. Day 4 on the 1977 F250. I came in an hour late. Check out what the guys have done. They are just rocking this thing. Front clip almost off, doors off, beds unbolted, ready to come off. They're just doing an amazing job. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Zach. Check this out. Door's gone. Seat's ready to go pretty quick. Zach's working on the other door. Again, the bed is unbolted. part is there because they were waiting on my ass to get here to lift it off. Inventory parts over there, which will end up on the shelf designated for the truck. But yeah, coming apart really, really good. Off to sandblasting on Monday. We were actually scheduled for Friday, but Sean hurt his back at S&S powder coating. So he's thinking we'll be in on Monday. I pray that's the case because these guys are literally rocking it. And Sean needs to do it so we can keep moving forward. Window disassembled out of there. Does this one have, yeah it does, wing vents?
Yeah.
Yep. We got all the rubber on order. On Friday, which is in 2 days, the owner's going to stop by and I'm going to talk to him about doing side markers or not doing side markers. All of the trim is going to be gone, so each one of these we will eliminate and weld shut. Probably weld the stake pocket shut. Just give it a sleek, clean look. But these guys are doing an awesome job, like always. Ready to go.
Box is off, and you gotta check this out. Standard Ford issued bed mounts. Hockey pucks.
Literally hockey pucks. And they're cut to go around the bolts. Never seen hockey pucks. I can't imagine that smoothed out the ride any. But it worked. Frame's in great condition. We'll be going off to media blasting and powder coating. Fuel lines, electrical down the driver's side. Emergency brake down the middle. Single exhaust, which is going to become dual. And then the gas vent down the passenger side. Return line. Bad boy has a 2-piece drive shaft, which hopefully we'll be able to save. We're going to change it over to an automatic transmission from manual.
After running some errands, and the guys really went to town today. Evan only stripped off the frame.
The 1977 Ford Highboy is back from the Media Blaster, As you know, we stripped most of it by hand, but the Media Blaster took care of the underside of the truck bed, the top side inside the bed, and then some of the other more difficult angles and such. The first week he was booked up with other work, so we did a lot of it by hand just because to keep things moving along. We're in day 5 of the 77 Highboy build, and I jinxed us. I said this is the cleanest truck we've ever had, which it is for rust. There's only 2 small areas of rust, but it was in a small accident. So the passenger side of the cab has been replaced, the passenger side of the box has been replaced, and there's all sorts of little dents and dings that have to be taken care of. But so there's going to be a lot of body work, but very little cutting and welding, which is the norm. So we're going to save some time there. Anyway, check this bad boy out, the 1977 Ford Highboy. This is the bottom of the bed. There is some tiny pinholes of rust, but nothing major. There's all sorts of areas from Ford that must have been trim or something that need to be welded up. This had a aluminum cover over the top of it. We're gonna weld these shut, and we're gonna use the Ford embossed letters. So a little bit old school versus the 77, but it's gonna turn out beautiful. These we will paint a contrasting color. The passenger side door, the corner of the door is gone, and then underneath there's some rust to repair. But again, nothing compared to what we're used to. The driver's side door, clean. This is the grille from the 66 Suburban, changed it from red to black. Fenders. Talk about clean. In the Midwest, we never see this. Never. He was able to media blast everything around the outside, but not that area there. That is the same skin as the top. He did not want to warp things, which is awesome. Media blasting is complete. The rest of the vehicle is in the paint booth. Tomorrow we are going to hit everything up with a black epoxy sealer. Again, really pretty doggone clean for rust. The inner fender, this one, there was the jack stand normally mounted there. It actually, the metal was cracked. Welded that shut. Little tiny bit of glazing there to clean it up. It's in really good shape. And of course the cab. So tomorrow, we're going to put one coat of epoxy sealer on, and then we're going to come back. A little area right there that we have to weld shut. We have to come back and put in the seam sealer. So all of these areas will be seam sealed. This is the side that had the accident, and they brazed it in. So we will finish that off, correct that, we'll cut that out and weld it. Here's the other spot. This whole area needs to be cut out, welded in the right way. They had it all covered with Bondo. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a lot of damage down in there that they just Bondoed in. This area here, all the side is crushed, so that's not smooth. And then the kick panel up front, all of that area is crushed. Then we have some welding to do in here. But all of this After one coat of epoxy, we'll be loaded up with seam sealer again, and we'll be good to go. I do have some questions for you guys though. Working with these dent sides, 1977 Ford Highboy, what kind of issues do you guys run in with them? This is a very clean truck, like I said, but what is normally out there? Love to hear your comments down below. Like us down below. If you like our videos, share them, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, look up Legendary Customs on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram. Again, thanks, Legendary team. Appreciate you tuning in. Till the next episode.